What if Spider-Man married Black Widow? Not Mary Jane, not Gwen Stacy, not Felicia Hardy, but Natasha Romanoff, the deadliest spy in the world and the most broken soul in the Avengers. One is young, hopeful, and burdened by responsibility. The other is experienced, ruthless, and haunted by blood-stained memories. This is not a love story built on romance alone. It is built on survival, on secrets, on sacrifice, and in this universe, their marriage changes the fate of Marvel forever. Before entering the story, please click subscribe, like, and share to get more videos. 1. How they first meet. Peter Parker first crosses paths with Natasha Romanoff during a covert S.H.I.E.L.D. operation in New York. Spider-Man thinks he's stopping a criminal arms deal. Black Widow thinks Spider-Man is compromising her mission. They fight. Not like heroes but like predators testing each other. Natasha notices something immediately. Spider-Man pulls his punches. Even when he has the advantage, he chooses restraint. Peter notices something too. Natasha never hesitates. She moves like someone who's already accepted death. Their partnership begins reluctantly, but mission after mission, they keep being assigned together. And slowly the banter turns into trust. The trust turns into respect. Then something far more dangerous begins to form. Connection. 2. Why Natasha falls for Peter. Natasha Romanoff has lived her entire life surrounded by lies, fake names, fake faces, fake emotions, but Peter Parker is different. He lies to protect others, not himself. He cracks jokes not to hide cruelty but to survive fear. For the first time in her life, Natasha is seen not as a weapon, not as a spy, not as a monster but as a woman who deserves peace. Peter doesn't ask about her past. He doesn't judge the red in her ledger. He just listens. 3. Why Peter falls for Natasha. Peter Parker has always been surrounded by chaos, but Natasha brings control. She teaches him discipline, tactical thinking, how to fight without relying only on strength. She becomes his mentor, and eventually, his anchor. While Peter reminds Natasha how to hope, Natasha teaches Peter how to survive a world that doesn't play fair. They don't fall in love quickly, they fall carefully, because both of them know love is dangerous. For the wedding no one sees coming. Their marriage is secret. No press, no Avengers stage, no headlines, just a quiet ceremony. Steve Rogers is there. Clint Barton stands beside Natasha. Aunt May cries softly. Natasha doesn't wear white. She wears black. Not because of tradition, but because she's finally choosing her own life. Peter promises her something no one ever has. I won't try to save you from who you were. I'll just protect who you are now. And Natasha Romanoff, the woman who never believed she deserved a future, finally believes him. Married life. Spider and Widow. When Spider-Man and Black Widow begin operating as a married couple, the balance of power in New York shifts almost overnight. This isn't just another superhero team-up. This is a fusion of two radically different philosophies of combat and survival. Peter Parker brings raw strength, impossible agility, and a moral compass that refuses to bend. Natasha Romanoff brings calculation, restraint, and the kind of experience forged in shadows where mistakes are paid for in blood. Together, they are terrifyingly effective. Crime syndicates that once thrived in the cracks of the city vanish. Kingpin's operations collapse faster than he can replace lieutenants. HYDRA cells are dismantled before they even realize they've been discovered. Street-level crime drops so sharply that police precincts report entire nights without a single major incident. Spider-Man hits first fast, loud, overwhelming. Webbing floods escape routes, ceilings, and weapons in seconds. Criminals panic. That's when Black Widow moves. Silent, precise. Every strike calculated. Nerves disabled. Threats neutralized. No wasted motion. S.H.I.E.L.D. quickly recognizes the advantage. Their joint missions become legendary inside the agency. Where entire teams once failed, Spider-Man and Black Widow succeed with surgical perfection. Peter provides the chaos that forces enemies into the open. Natasha reads the battlefield like a chessboard, guiding him through earpieces with calm authority. 2 on the left, one hiding behind the server rack. Don't pull that wall down, it's load-bearing. Peter listens, always. For the first time in his life, Spider-Man isn't working alone, and it shows. But marriage doesn't just sharpen their effectiveness, it magnifies their fears. Natasha lives with a constant, quiet terror that never fully leaves her chest. She spent her life making enemies who don't believe in mercy. Assassins, mercenaries, ghosts from the Red Room. She knows how these people think. And she knows that loving Peter Parker makes him a target in ways he never was before. She watches him swing away each night and wonders if this will be the mission that finally takes him from her. Peter, in turn, is haunted by a different fear. He knows Natasha's instincts. He's seen how quickly she steps into danger without hesitation, how sacrifice was once her default answer to every problem. Peter is terrified that one day, in a split-second decision, she'll trade her life for his, or for the mission, because that's what she was trained to do. They don't argue about tactics, they argue about survival. Peter insists on backup plans. Natasha insists on contingencies. Late nights turn into quiet debates over kitchen tables, masks set aside, bruises half-healed. You don't always have to be the one who stays behind, Peter tells her. And you don't always get to save everyone, she replies. Their love doesn't weaken them. It forces them to confront the worst instincts inside themselves. Natasha must unlearn the belief that her life is expendable. Peter must accept that protecting others doesn't mean carrying every burden alone. And slowly, painfully, they change each other. Natasha begins trusting extraction over martyrdom. Peter learns that sometimes the smartest move isn't the heroic one, but the strategic one. They start planning missions together not just as operatives, but as partners who intend to come home. The world notices, villains adapt, or they disappear. Criminals refuse jobs that involve either Spider-Man or Black Widow, let alone both. Rumors spread through the underworld. If you see webs and hear nothing at all, it's already over. To the public, they are symbols of unity. Proof that heroes don't have to be broken, lonely figures to be effective. That love can exist without compromise. To their enemies, they are a nightmare. Because Spider-Man and Black Widow aren't just fighting for the city anymore. They're fighting for each other. And that makes them unstoppable. 6. The enemies strike back. HYDRA resurfaces. Kingpin places bounties. Former Red Room operatives hunt Natasha. They don't attack Spider-Man. They don't attack Black Widow. They attack their marriage. Peter is captured. Not tortured but shown visions of Natasha's past. Every kill, every betrayal, every sin. The message is clear, she doesn't deserve you. 7. The darkest moment. To save Peter, Natasha offers herself. One final mission. One final sacrifice. She plans to disappear forever, believing Peter deserves a life without blood. But Peter refuses. For the first time, Spider-Man chooses love over martyrdom. He saves her, not as a hero, but as a husband. 8. The future they create. In this universe, Natasha Romanoff does not die alone. There is no cold floor beneath her, no silence swallowing her last breath, no red ledger closing unfinished. Instead, there is morning light. She grows old, not quietly, not gently, but honestly. Her hair turns silver at the edges, earned through years of battles survived, and wars that never made the history books. Her scars remain, but they no longer define her. They are simply reminders that she lived, and beside her, Peter Parker grows too. She watches him become more than Spider-Man. She sees the boy who once doubted himself, learn to trust his instincts, the hero who once carried guilt like a curse. Learn that responsibility does not mean isolation. She watches him build a life, not a perfect one, but a real one. He still swings through the city, still bleeds, still loses, but now he comes home. Together they train the next generation. Young heroes arrive full of power, but untested hearts, raw strength without direction, courage without restraint. Natasha teaches them patience, control, the discipline to think before striking. Peter teaches them compassion, the courage to care, even when it hurts, the wisdom to save lives. Instead of just winning fights, they teach the Avengers something no one ever did before. That strength without mercy becomes cruelty, and skill without heart becomes emptiness. They become mentors, not legends on pedestals, but guides who stay. And Spider-Man, for the first time in any universe, he is not punished for loving someone. No cosmic lesson tears her away. No sacrifice demands loneliness as payment. No cruel balance sheet insists that heroes must suffer to be worthy. He learns that love does not weaken him. It steadies his hands, sharpens his judgment, gives him something to protect, without losing himself. Because sometimes, the greatest act of responsibility is choosing not to lose everything again. It is choosing to stay, to heal, to believe that saving the world also means saving yourself. And in this universe, they do both.